Story time with Dynasty coming soon, and one of these days I'll actually have time to play Mortal Kombat 1 instead of talking about it and editing it, and I just want to play the damn game. That's all I want to do. I've played like 10 hours worth. I want to play more than that. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Dynasty back again with another Mortal Kombat 1 MK Uno video, recording this at 2 in the morning, but you're probably seeing it, I don't know, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., depending on if this video could even go live. But today we are discussing the other leak that happened late last night. If you missed it, Combat Pack 2 got leaked. 8 different characters, and right before that, every single quote from the story mode expansion pack allegedly was also maybe theoretically, hypothetically found in the game's source code on the PC version, courtesy of people like the Thinny, Murdoink, just to name a few, who are professionals when it comes to opening up the game's files and finding things that aren't necessarily revealed yet. Maybe. Hypothetically. So, yeah, I'll be reading the entirety of the expansion and seeing how that goes. Say a fucking prayer for me. But before we get into it, drop a like because no one else has the balls to do this or talk about this yet, at least. Granted, it just happened late last night and I'm probably the first one doing it. So drop a like for me having balls of steel. And drop a like if you like the Thinny, because Thinny, to summarize everything, came out and said, Datamine tweets, huge spoilers, potentially. The info below also contained the current state of story, Chapter 2 dialogue, aka the hypothetical expansion, if this is even real, because this could completely be fake and we're just making it up. I definitely just am fabricating all this information. Chapter 2 dialogue is exactly half the amount of Chapter 1, but some content is missing. Story Chapter 2, aka the expansion, DLC, hypothetically in the future, revolves around the person we see in the end of the story. You guys do know that is Lord Havik. New characters are Jonathan Cage, Harumi, Titan Havik, Chameleon, Chaos Takeda, Emperor Rain, Empress Tanya, Orin the Dragon is back from Armageddon. Accompanying DLC characters are Jade, Kungjin, and Cassie Cage. So that's a nice little preface of things to expect. Jonathan Cage is like World War II vet, I believe, like great-grandfather of Johnny or something like that. Then he confirmed that one of these replies, which is nutty because before this game got even announced, I was talking about how at the Mortal Kombat X story mode shrine, where Kung Jin is questioning himself and Raiden approaches him and gives him the whole pep talk about his ancestors being true to himself. On the back wall, there's like Johnny Cage's ancestor, which appears to be like a war veteran. I think it's actually Jonathan Cage, which is just fucking crazy. I think it's coming full circle here. So that's pretty dope. So we'll be reading this fan fiction that the Thinny pieced together that by no means was found in any certain game that we're talking about here at all. If it is, it's a fucking coincidence. Because we made this up ourselves. I was just fooling around earlier. So let's get into it. Let it be known, I've not read any of this, so we're reading this together. I have no idea what's going to happen. It's going to be one hell of a ride. Hopefully it all makes sense. So, shit, here goes nothing. Hopefully you guys can read this stuff. Titan Havik, look at him clinging to life. Even now, he struggles. Kenshi Chaos, everyone who fought today did so fiercely. Titan Havik says, had I not been here for it, I would have thought it impossible. Havik goes on to say, warriors from across timelines, clashing in combat, the blood, the death, the chaos. Kenshi says, yes, Lord Havik, it's unfortunate it all ended so fast. Titan Havik says, the next time it won't. Now that, of course, is like the after credits scene that you get when you do beat Mortal Kombat 1. Now, this is the fan fiction that we pieced together with some research and data. Act 303 is also just something that I thought was kind of catchy. Once again, this is Sub-Zero. It says, once again, you outdo yourself. This facility, the armor, even your father's dreams weren't so grand. It's just nutty because it says Sub-Zero twice. So we have two Sub-Zeros talking to each other. Is this Kuai Liang and Bihan, or is this like Bihan and another version of Bihan from like another dimension? We don't know, but fuck it. We're figuring this out on the fly, guys. I'm trying my best here. It's not like I can just bring this up and prove it to you either. Like, here's the cutscene. I can't do that. Okay, Sub-Zero right here. Once again, you outdo yourself. This facility, the armor, even your father's dreams weren't so grand. Only you could have replaced him as our master armorer. First, it must be tested in battle. We have found Kuai Liang and his Shirai Ryu. They gather at the Wuxi for his wedding. Ooh, Kuai Liang's getting married. Surprise will give us the tactical advantage. Better to be feared than respected. They gave up on the Lin Kuei, but we will not. Go. Begin attack preparations. We will be ready when she does. So, 2 Sub-Zeros and the Lin Kuei plotting to ruin Kuai Liang's wedding with Harumi. That is one act that I made up in my brain and didn't pull from any source code. Act 404, Johnny and Raiden, Kung Lao, Harumi featured here. Johnny says, stage fright, Thunderlad? I have never performed a marriage. Initially, this made me think they were like on a completely different set, like recording a movie here. But no, this is part of the wedding, I suppose. Johnny says, stage fright, Thunderlad. Raiden says, I have never performed a marriage, and I wasn't expecting to today, but Liu Kang and Geras were called to Outworld unexpectedly, and Johnny cuts him off and says, relax, Ray, dude. You're being very undude. We're just extras in this picture. Kuai Liang and Harumi, they're the stars. Ah, so is it a movie? Man, this reminds me of when Chris and I got hitched. Oh, he's married to Chris. Kenshi says, in Hollywood? I bet that was epic. Johnny says, small service, modest church, simpler times. Raiden says, today we gathered to witness the union of Harumi and Kuai Liang. Let us celebrate their bond as they celebrate each other. Johnny says, doesn't that come after I do? Raiden says, by the elder gods. Johnny says, oh, hell no. We are not doing the red wedding. Kung Lao says, what? Johnny says, Game of Thrones, Season 3, Episode 9. You, my friend, are hopeless. Raiden says, both of you, not now. Harumi says, go, I'll be fine. Johnny says, don't worry, I've got you. Harumi says, you do? Johnny says, God, please let her have a sister. When did the Lin Kuei go mecha anime? Who the hell are they? This makes me think that they get ambushed by both Sub-Zeros, and one's even like Cyber Sub-Zero maybe or something. But I gotta, always enjoy Johnny Cage's movie references. Even in the actual story mode, his alien reference was awesome. Next act here, Scorpion and Scorpion. Is it Hanzo and Kuai Liang? You grasp feebly for honor amidst this brazen assault. It disgusts me how you've corrupted the Lin Kuei. All right. Who's he speaking to? They. Who knows? Next act. Sub-Zero, Harumi, Scorpion featured. Are you ready, brother, to reap the reward of your faithlessness? Ah, so Sub-Zero's pissed that the Shirai Ryu was formed. Harumi says, you want him? You must kill me! Sub-Zero says, if she makes it necessary, grant her wish. Harumi says, Bihan is wrong, that he acts without honor. See, it's like another version of Sub-Zero. Tundra? Cyber Sub-Zero? Just that, who knows? Scorpion goes, that is a lie. Spoken by the man who let my father perish. So impatient to lead, to make the Lin Kuei his, my brother went even further. He broke his sacred oath and sided with outsiders against Earthrealm. Did I have this when last we saw each other? Who do you think is responsible? Sub-Zero says, every word. Now that you know you are a threat to the Lin Kuei, and you must be imprisoned alongside my brother. I am just as confused as you are reading this shit, but we're going to keep it going. Act 307. Scorpion says, that's no excuse. Harumi says, please, Kuai Liang. She was deceived. Give her mercy. Your gift to me on our wedding day. Scorpion says, as you wish, but you are not forgiven. This day has been too much Shirai Ryu blood. Has seen too much Shirai Ryu blood. Raiden says, the Lin Kuei retreat. We've turned them away. Scorpion says, thank you, Raiden. And also to the Shaolin. I am sorry to have entangled you in my family's squabble. Raiden says, respectfully, no. Their crimes are not only against you, but against Earthrealm and Outworld. Their fate lies in the hands of Lord Liu Kang and Empress Melina. So, both Sub-Zeros, or Sub-Zero and all the Lin Kuei, invade the wedding that may or may not be a real wedding or a movie. And they scare him off before shit hits the fan, it seems. Act 308, the next act. Melina, human. Spare their lives. Are you mad? Liu Kang responds to that by saying, I agree. They must answer for aiding Shao's rebellion. And of course, I leave their punishment to you. But killing them will neither restore Sindel nor ease your loss. Melina says, but it will give me great pleasure. Katana says, Empress, please. Melina goes back to say, when Shao's rebellion ended and he was imprisoned, my advisors also urged mercy to smother the seditious fire he'd lit, but it stayed smoldering amongst his followers, and then Shao escaped from his cell, it reignited. Now my sister's armies are stretched to their limits. Damn. Liu Kang says, and as always, Earthrealm's might is at your disposal to help deal with Shao's threats. What I ask in return is that together we try to break the cycle of violence as partners in peace. That's based. Good guy, Liu Kang. Melina says, what's this? Liu Kang says, interlopers from yet another timeline. Geras says, yes, but whose? Liu Kang says, Havik. Geras says, the Cleric of Chaos is a keeper of time. This day will not end well. Havik Titan, now appearing, I guess, before our eyes, says, how can it not? I finally meet the man who inspired my life's work. Thank you, Lord Liu Kang. Liu Kang says, spare me the theatrics, Havik. Explain. Havik then explains, I fought against you at the pyramid alongside Titan Shang Tsung. He came to my timeline and sought my aid. Until then, I had no inkling other timelines existed, let alone that they could be made to fight. Liu Kang says, that is why you're here, to pit my timeline against yours in combat. Havik Titan says, yours, mine, all timelines. You could not imagine the chaos. So that's the plot for the next expansion. Just Havik wanting to cause havoc across every fucking multiverse. Liu Kang responds to that by saying, can I presume the next death you seek is mine? Havik says, that comes later. For now, I only need him. Sub-Zero says, we are finished if Geras is abducted. We must break free. So he wants Geras. Chameleon appears. The odds are not in our favor. Tanya says, we are Umgadi, Chameleon. We won't fail. Chameleon says, you and Sub-Zero won't earn the Empress's mercy. Once set, her mind doesn't change. So things are spicing up here. Act 309. Chameleon says, my sisters. We just skipped Act 10. Act 311. Chaos Raiden. I guess this is Dark Raiden. Says, deal with them. No context given. Act 312. Chameleon says, your weapons need work. They were defeated easily. 313. Chameleon says, you are a good fighter. 314. Liu Kang says, with me. Raiden says, his skills, they're unnatural. Kung Lao says, how do we fight them? Liu Kang says, trust your training in each other to endure and survive. Chameleon says, if only you had built it for a more noble purpose. Chaos Geras. There's an evil Geras now. Wow, okay. You see, this shit's fucking overwhelming, bro. Whatever its intended purpose, it now serves Lord Havik. So I guess they do capture Geras and they make him evil. Or this could just be a completely different fucking Geras. Dark Raiden says, you will fight and die for his amusement. Rejoice, embrace the chaos. I'm looking forward to seeing all this unfold, hypothetically. Act 315, Kenshi Chaos says, he is ours, Lord Havik. Havik Titan, when I return, there will be anarchy. I guess that means, again, Geras. I hope you are fond of chaos. Melina, the human, Tanya, detain her. Katana says, Empress, perhaps she has earned mercy. She aided us in combat. Melina says, only because we faced a common foe. She was complicit in my mother's death. She deserves no mercy. Liu Kang says, she may not, Empress, but we will need her aid in the current crisis. Who are they talking about? Chameleon? I'm so fucking confused. What the fuck is going on here? As we should take the time to discuss. Melina says, as you wish. I have no idea who they're trying to detain. It's not Li Mei, is it? The next act is all the bad guys, it seems. Kenshi Chaos says, he is a gifted fighter. He will do well in the arena. I'm assuming they mean Geras, right? Havik then says, no, for him, I have other plans. To pass the time while I infuse my Kamidogus with Geras' time crystals. Bad Sub-Zero says, what are Kamidogu? Wow, that's crazy. Kamidogu already being featured. Havik Titan comes out and says, you don't know, see for yourself. They are powerful ancient relics. When used together, they can remake this timeline's reality. My genius was discerning that they could also shape the reality of other timelines. Sub-Zero then says, if first infused with their time crystals. Havik then says, he has brains to go with his brawn. Sub-Zero says, shouldn't you have captured Liu Kang? Why capture Geras? Okay, so they captured Geras. Havik says, because he is the only one who has lived in all prior timelines, which means the time crystals within him contain the building blocks of all current timelines. Once my Kamidogus are infused with them, I will have the power to remake all timelines as I see fit. Condemning us all to anarchy, says Sub-Zero. Havik replies with not condemned, elevated, perfected, as you will be once I'm finished. So the plan is to capture Geras, combine the time crystals with Kamidogus, and take over every fucking timeline and cause chaos and anarchy, because that's all Havik lives for. Okay, I see. Now we're making some progress here. Okay. We're not even halfway. We're like a fourth. Katana. This new Havik is different from ours, the one who helped Shao's rebellion. He doesn't want freedom, he wants to burn everything down, smashing timelines together so he can watch them fight. Liu Kang says, our Havik is less crazed because I recrafted his destiny when I restored time. Meeting Titan Havik proves it was wise I did. Melina says, first that Shang Tsung, now this Havik. Will the threats from these Titans ever cease? Tell me, how do we escape this crisis? Liu Kang says, we must rescue Geras before Havik takes from him what he needs. Melina says, I will dispatch several legions. Katana will. Liu Kang cuts off Melina and says, Your Majesty, they are needed here. Shao's escape, his renewed rebellion, leave Outworld vulnerable. Similarly, I cannot go, and as my absence would leave the timeline vulnerable. I can send them immediately under Scorpion's command. Scorpion says, I want neither's help. I will go alone. Liu Kang says, that would be unwise. Neither will betray us. And that is the end of that act. Next one is a bunch of Scorpion dialogue. One or two, who knows? No! I am also not sure I trust you, but Liu Kang is right. We must act. You understand the terms of your release is secondary. We save him only if the mission is not put at risk. Do not forget. Move. Liu Kang is waiting. I'm trying my best here. No distractions, either of you. That again is from Scorpion. Ermac Chaos, so evil Ermac says, we know you lead those who resist us. Lord Havik wants their names. Johnny from World War II says, quit beating your gums. He's getting nothing from me. That's awesome. Baraka Chaos says, once he breaks the cryomancer, you will be next. Name, Jonathan Cage. Rank, Lieutenant Colonel. Serial number, piss off. Sounds like Johnny's grandfather from World War II, which again is just so fucking crazy to see happen because your boy was talking about potentially seeing that just months ago, and it's actually happening. Awesome. The next act kicks off right here, Scorpion saying, I concur. Welcome to the party, baby doll. What's your name? I'll call you anytime you want. I love a broad that can fight. Is he calling Scorpion a broad? Or this mysterious woman that's not named? Who knows? But again, sounds like Johnny's family. I like your grits. You've ruined me for the girls back home. What the fuck? Ermac says, we seek chaos. You defend order. It will be destroyed. Next act. Johnny from World War II says, what in blue blazes? Oh shit, this is some bad business. Is that what the hell he is? Reptile Chaos says, Lord Havik wants you captured. Your choice if it is dead or alive. The next act. Scorpion says, are you hurt? Johnny from World War II says, allow me salute your tailor. That is one hell of a fine suit. Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Cage, U.S. Army, 44th Infantry. One moment, I was fighting Hitler in France. The next, I was here fighting some asshole named Havik. Talk about a fucking hard left. I don't even know what the fuck to say. Scorpion says, we have a Johnny Cage where we come from, though the two of you have little in common. Johnny says, 6 months ago, I had been godsmacked by that, but now I realize I'm where a dime a dozen. This mashed up worlds thing has my brain foobar, which is fucked up beyond repair, I think. Or relief, something like that. Rain, the Emperor, says, Lieutenant Colonel, what happened? Johnny says, at ease, friends, he's with me. Rain, Emperor, says, think Argus, you are safe. I am Rain. No need to use my title, as I no longer have an empire. Havik has taken it. I assume you're among his latest victims. You do not yet seem the worse for fear. Wait, what? You do not yet seem the worse for wear. Okay, so we have a good version of Rain, who's an emperor of some, Adenia? Maybe? And this, his version of his timeline? Scorpion says Havik arrived recently in our timeline, kidnapping a being who is the key to his plans to destroy it, aka Geras. We are here to retrieve him. Johnny says we've been trying to take down Havik, but we've got shit to show for it. Our attack on his citadel was a bust. A lot of folks died. Rain's wife, Tanya, got captured. Damn, so they're married in that timeline, I guess. Emperor Rain says she is to fight for Havik's perverse. What is English? Pleasure tomorrow in his arena to the death. Who? Tanya's fighting? What? He goes on to say, the being Havik kidnapped. I would think he is at the Citadel. It is where Havik spends his time. Johnny from World War II says, sure thing, but getting in, finding your friend, that's a whole other kettle of fish. Rain's wife is the only one with the scoop on the Citadel's layout. Scorpion says, then we must save her before it's too late. Emperor Rain says your aid is welcome, but be warned, death is more likely than success. Next act here. Havik Titan says, care to make a wager? Takeda Khaos says the sorcerer, no question. Kenshi Khaos says Frost will win. Every variant of her who's ever fought here has been fierce. Havik Titan says, I should have kept Chronica alive after taking her hourglass so I could rub her nose in what I've made of her golden balance. Takeda Khaos said she would disapprove. Havik Titan says she would despise it. It was her own fault she didn't think me a threat. So it sounds like they're at a coliseum just watching random people fight each other to the death, which is fucking crazy. The next act kicks off with Rain Emperor says, all equally revolting, Reiko and Li Mei, the rulers Tanya and I deposed, also revered blood sports. I had hoped I'd seen their end. Scorpion said, how long did you hold power? Rain says, before Havik came, long enough to miss what he destroyed, everything changed in an instant. Our timeline merged into his, and he was reduced to anarchy. Next act. Titan Havik says, Kenshi wins. My friends, if you enjoyed that, you will revel in what comes next. A new combatant will entertain us. One who dared to resist. Welcome, Tanya. So Tanya's going to fight for her death here. Next act is right here. Rain Emperor says, if she is hurt before we can. Johnny says, don't worry. We'll surprise him before combat begins. Next act, Havik Titan says, it seems we have an unexpected but welcome wrinkle. Tanya will have partners in combat. The next act, Tanya Empress says, Rain, what are you doing? You shouldn't be here. I guess the one who's fighting for her death. Emperor Rain says, without my Empress, I am not an emperor. So this is his wife. Scorpion says, you celebrate too soon. This fight is just beginning. Tanya says, who are they? Johnny says, they're friends, Tanya. What a weird gang of people in this story mode expansion, for real. This is such a unique group of characters. Havik Titan in the next act says, I was not expecting you three quite so soon. Facts, same. I was not expecting them three either. Your Liu Kang was shrewd to take initiative. Rain then says, come down here, Havik. We are waiting. Tanya says, yes, entertain your lackeys by fighting us yourself. Havik says, you would die too quickly. My followers deserve so much more than that. Rain says, a vampire, a demon? Havik needs to do better than that. Ashra from Chaos, so evil Ashra says, when my Chris fails you, orders collapse will be... What? When my Chris fails you, orders collapse will be hastened? It is fucking 2 in the morning, guys. With every strike of it, my soul is one step closer to chaos. And that is the end of that act. Rain the Emperor says, as long as I live, I will keep anarchy at bay. They will overwhelm us if we don't escape. Sindel Chaos version says, well done, husband. We have them. Who is she married to? Havik? What the fuck? Tanya says, they fight like Reiko and Li Mei. Rain says, we defeated those tyrants. We can defeat these. I have faith in Argus, Delia, and you. Wow, Argus and Delia name drop. And yeah, I guess previously they fought against Reiko and Li Mei in the Coliseum. They're fighting for their death. And next act, Rain says, tyrants always fall. Tanya says, I adore your quick thinking. Rain says, just one of the many reasons you wed me. Shao Chaos says, lovesick fools, cast your eyes here, not on each other, to behold those who bring you death. So, General Shao is also evil in this fucking crazy timeline, and he's making an appearance. The next act, Reign Empress says, do not be so quick to demand attention. Yes, expeditiously. Yes, expeditiously. Okay, there you go. I Englished. The next act, Havik Titan says, this will be amusing. The next act, Johnny from World War II says, Jesus, Mary, Joseph. Scorpion says, we must choose another path. Havik then says, escape. The tunnel is an entrance, not an exit. You are now in the maze. The next act, Titan Havik says, its route is ever-changing. Its traps beyond ingenious. Its denizens wickedly lethal. The next act, Havik says, no one survives. I delight in devising new ways to kill. Scorpion says, we won't give you the pleasure. We won't die here. Havik Titan says, death is assured. The only question is how it claims you. Ooh, that's spooky. Reign then says, we will weather the storm together. Aha, pun intended. The next act. Johnny from World War II says, well, this is a pretty pickle. Scorpion says, agreed. Come. The next act. Reign says, handle the others, please. The Empress and Emperor are ours. Tanya says, I am not surprised that you aligned with Havik. You'll do anything to obtain the power you crave. Li Mei says, do not lecture us. You're no better. That is why you stole our throne. So Li Mei is evil. She turns evil, I guess, and deceives her homies that are pretty much the primary characters, main characters, protagonists in this expansion. Emperor Reign says, we acted for Outworld, not ourselves, to free it from your corrupt regime. Ooh, shit, they got beef. The next act. Reign, the Emperor, says, you will never regain your power. Merciful Delia, how did... Titan cuts him off and says, chaos manifests in myriad ways. In this case, by undoing what you've done, you will fight them again and again until you finish them. Only then may you move on. Alrighty then. The next act. Reign, the Empress, says, I take no joy in what comes next. Tanya, the Empress, says, it is their lives or ours. You heard Havik. Reign says, but I only wish to take his. To put them out of their misery. Wait. Oh, he says, put them out of their misery. Havik Titan says, now that is a kill, executed with such flair. You have earned my favor and may proceed. Damn, so Reign actually has to kill somebody. I don't know who it was, though. Tanya says, I'm so weary of his voice. Hopefully Havik keeps his word. So Havik makes them kill somebody? Who is it? I have no idea. The next act. Tanya says, thank Argus. Havik says, are you prepared for the next? Reign says, what now? Havik says, it is fiendishly simple. To survive, you must open that door. Reign says, Havik, let us pass so he could crush us. His is a diseased mind. Tanya says, this is getting us nowhere. Reign says, I will buy you some time. Tanya says, no, I won't. Reign says, you must. I cannot hold these back much longer. I won't escape. Tanya says, Reign, no, we vow to never leave each other's side. Reign says, we also vow to preserve the Empire. Go, Tanya, please. Tanya says, every day you remind me why I chose you. Goodbye, my love. That's pretty sad. On to the next act. Johnny, World War II. These corridors go on and on like my old CO. Damn, Major Blade could talk. There you go. So Sonya was in the military back in the day, too, with this version of Johnny Cage. She was the Major Blade. Major of the army, the military. Scorpion says, thank Harumi. It was her request. How long have we known each other? That you could never, ever believe. Or that you could ever believe. Scorpion says, you blame me for your actions. Is that what you're saying? We will finish this later. So again, it does seem like Hanzo and maybe another version of Scorpion. I don't know. The next act, Tanya, Empress, says, please don't. If I dwell more on it, I will come undone. Speak of anything else, perhaps your friends. Is your fight over land, resources, and that is something worth killing for? Untold died satisfying Reiko and Li Mei's barbaric whims. Ours is not a squabble over visions for the future. Next act, Takeda Chaos. If this keeps up, they may fight each other. Havik Titan says they won't get the chance. Neither of them will survive the next encounter. Is this more than one Tanya? I'm so confused. Tanya says, brilliant, which one? They could lead anywhere. Back the way we came, hurry. Who's she talking to? I have no idea. Is it two Tanyas? An NPC? Comments, help me out here. The next act, Tanya says, your armor failed to detect that too? We can get past if I can calm her. Chaos. Oh, it's Melina. Melina Chaos. Wow, what? By filling her empty belly, Orin is famished. She hasn't fed in days. Act 359, Tanya says, how dare you abuse such a magnificent creature? Plainly, there are gluttons for punishment. Havik Titan says, they fight on to entertain me. They know I will savor this kill. How will you if you cannot keep your feet? Tanya says, Havik thought that would kill us. He has no idea what we could do. Katana Chaos says, you are able, not invincible. Have no doubt that you will die here. The next act, Tanya Empress. It will not be you who kills me. The next act, Kenshi Chaos. You must also be a telepath. Havik Titan says, it would seem. Read their thoughts. The next act, Tanya Empress. Oh, mighty Orin, I am Tanya. If you can hear me, respond in kind. Orin, I beseech you. We mean no harm. Orin says, you speak dragon tongue. And with the proper respect. Come, I will not smite you, yet. Tanya says, she has opened the door. Come. The next act, Havik Titan. Kenshi? Kenshi Chaos. I don't understand them. The language is foreign. The next act, Orin says, before Havik destroyed my reality, I was beloved by gods, but then he trapped me here and condemned me to this living death. It goes on to say, and all the time since, no one has proffered me goodwill. Why do you? Tanya responds by saying, so we may pass unharmed and escape to defeat Havik. We hope an exit lies ahead. Orin says, your hope is misplaced. There are no exits. All paths lead here. Johnny from World War II says, Sarge did not cover this in basic. Tanya says, no, Orin, they are friends. Orin says, if you could leave, where would you go? Tanya says, to Havik's Citadel where their comrade is being held captive. If we free him, we can save their timeline and Havik will fall. Geras. Orin said, show me your destination. I will send you there. Scorpion said, what did she say? Tanya said that she can help. The next act, Havik says, help. How? The next act, Orin says, whom? It is heavily guarded, a direct assault, impossible, but if I can get you inside, Tanya said, inside, natural laws don't apply there. Sending us in, Orin says, difficult but achievable, stand back. Tanya says, everyone stand back. The next act, Havik says, no, this will not do. The next act, Orin says, go. Havik drains my power. Tanya says, thank you, Orin. I will come back for you after this crisis passes. We are leaving. So Dragon Orin helps save Tanya so they can escape this Colosseum where this torture simulation is taking place, wherever they are. Havik then says, my new minion will have to occupy them until we arrive. Warn him the Citadel has been infiltrated. The next act, Johnny from World War II says, did we go on a bender? I don't remember. I feel like I'm heavily sauced. Tanya says, do not try to make sense of it. Anything is possible in Havik's domain. Scorpion says, how do you know the Citadel's secrets? Tanya says, I spent months posing as one of Havik's minions to gather intelligence for our assaults. There, Havik's foundry. If your friend is there, he is beyond that door. Scorpion said, are you all right? Scorpion said, you saved my life. Thank you. Tanya says, be careful. Fall off the pathways and you will fall forever. The next act, Tanya says, Havik's will not be done. You know him from your timeline? Do not fret. I am sure we haven't seen the last of him. So again, it does seem like we get two versions of Tanya all throughout this entire extension of the story mode. Next act, Tanya. Thus far, your brotherhood does not impress. Havik is deluded if he thinks you can contain us. The next act, Empress Tanya says, I remain unimpressed. Liu Kang, brotherhood. You will be scorched by flames of anarchy. So I guess that's evil Liu Kang. The next act, Tanya, Empress. I will be glad when the day is finished. The foundry door is up ahead. Scorpion says, lead on, Empress. Defending him. Is there no low he won't sing to? That may be so, but if he gets in our way, only if it won't jeopardize the mission. He is owed no more respect than he showed my father. So I guess they're talking about Sub-Zero appearing and then them killing him. The Scorpion still hates Sub-Zero. Shocker. The next act. Your new attire suits you. It is black as your heart. It is your ambition that is blind, Bihan, as always. What? Though he twisted your mind to his purpose, he left your desires unchanged. Tanya says Scorpion needs help. No promises. Havik must be stopped, no matter the cost. The next act, Tanya says, Thankfully, death won't be necessary. Scorpion responds by saying, knows nothing of Havik's magic. Liu Kang is your only hope. You should not have plotted against them. Tanya says, you refused to help. He's your brother. Scorpion said he was my brother. So again, I feel like Sub-Zero's dying, I guess. Interesting. Scorpion in the next act kicks things off by saying Havik wants his time crystals. These relics must be extracting it. When you are ready, we must leave. Geras says, and take the Kamidogu as well. Johnny from World War II says, who was the wise guy who plastered these on here? Scorpion says, now, Geras, we have them. Havik Titan says, gather my minions. We go to Liu Kang's timeline. So I guess they go and they save Geras at the Citadel, and they grab every Kamidogu as well. Havik sees that and figures, fuck it, we're going to go invade Liu Kang's timeline before they go back and figure this out and stop me from mass chaos. The next act, Tanya says, should Liu Kang be treating him? Scorpion says, as a god, it is his prerogative. I would not be so forgiving. Liu Kang says, only his mind is mended. Havik's magic is unlike anything I've encountered. It will not be easily mastered. When our conflict remains, its resolution must wait. It will be moot if we do not stop Havik. I'm assuming they mean like trying to bring Geras back to speed. He's probably got some PTSD. Scorpion says, only if we keep them from him, we can assume he is already on his way. Liu Kang says, once in the Temple of Elements, they will be beyond his reach. The others wait for you outside. They will accompany you on the journey. Now, Bihan, what can you tell me of your captivity? So he's aware of our defenses. He will use them to hasten capture of this timeline by projecting his chaos into all realms at once. Of the failings which should shame you, this is not one. Few could withstand a Titan. Havik. So they run into Sub-Zero, and they're trying to tell him that being a bad guy is not a good thing, and they need help defeating Havik? I think. Maybe? Guess we'll find out. Havik says, we're almost done, by the way. Raiding my citadel, stealing my Kamidogu, your warriors are adept at creating chaos. Liu Kang says, so good of you to approve. Approve? You've dared to throw my plans into disarray. The Kamidogu are powered, and I'm ready. Nothing can stop me from seizing this timeline. Dispose of them as you wish. The more painful it is, the better. Scorpion in the next act says, of course, you have no flaws. Who is he talking about? I have no idea. The next act, Sub-Zero Chaos says, I will bury you in a glacier of hail. Scorpion said, what is more important, winning this fight or protecting your ego? Scorpion Chaos says, shall we leave them to their quarrel? Sub-Zero Chaos says, no, let us silence it forever. Interesting. Act 382, Scorpion says, Bihan, wait! Scorpion says, that was entirely unhelpful. We could have pressed them for information. Somebody just got killed? Liu Kang says, possibly, but we will never know. We would have been better served had cooler heads prevailed. Agreed. We will gather my champions and depart for Ying Valley. I have no idea what just happened. I feel like someone just got killed. The next act, Havik Titan says, now the end begins. Geras, this timeline is mine. Takeda Chaos says, Lord Havik, look. Havik Titan says, Liu Kang and his allies are determined to keep things interesting. Thoughts? Kenshi Chaos says, the more the merrier. Havik Titan says, there will be blood. Liu Kang says, this is what you are meant to do. Defend Earthrealm. Your desires are not at issue. It is your methods for achieving them. Kenshi Chaos says, enough toying with them. We have a job to do. Takeda Chaos says, patience, father. You're the one who taught that death should be entertaining. Ooh, that's kind of spooky. Father and son both are like evil revenants. That's kind of sick, man. In a good way, I like that. All right, near the end here. Liu Kang says, I have them. One does not trifle with gods. Kenshi Chaos says, no, one kills them. We dispatch gods, titans, whoever Lord Havik needs destroyed. Liu Kang says, stay back. I will finish this. The next act. Liu Kang says, desist, Havik, or be banished to the void. Havik Titan says, submit to your order and abandon my triumph. You've gone mad. Liu Kang says, this timeline will not succumb to chaos. Its beings are not meant to live that way. Havik Titan says, meant to? There are no sacred laws, no divine rules. I choose what is right because I hold the power, and I choose to bless all beings everywhere with anarchy. Tanya the Empress says, what in Argus's name? Johnny says, great, now we're fighting math. I hate math. Liu Kang says, indeed. Havik Titan says, every timeline I take, It comes down to this. A battle I never lose. A battle between titans. Liu Kang says, no, Bihan, your ego is too. Havik Titan says, fool, you've learned nothing. Chaos is unknowable, unpredictable. You are in no way prepared to stop the pain you'll endure. What's Bihan doing here? I have no idea. Act 386 near the end here, it says, Bihan, stand down. We do not know how he is joined with this timeline. Destroying him could wipe it from existence, and I will not kill innocent millions. Enough. I have had my fill of your selfishness. Thank you, Geras, and you for your support. Very well. To reward your efforts on our timeline's behalf, I will see that you are spared Empress Melina's wrath. Go, return to the Lin Kuei. He will remain with me until he's been restored, as I see fit. Further, Lin Kuei transgressions will be severely punished. As their Grand Master in Bihan's absence, he will be held responsible. Scorpion says, can Havik's magic truly be undone? What the hell is going on here? Does Geras interfere from Bihan helping Havik or something? And then that makes him knocked out and not himself? Or, and that means that temporarily while he's recovering, Scorpion's in charge of Lin Kuei? I have no idea. Time to hide myself. All right, final 2 acts here. Here we go. Liu Kang. Yes! Though comprehending its intricacies may take years. For now, Bihan will reside at the Temple of the Elements. It is safer for all that way. Ooh, so he's been imprisoned because he's been a bad boy. Scorpion says, I know Harumi's thoughts, but I remain unsure. Liu Kang says, trust your wife, Kuai Liang. Avail yourself of her wisdom. Okay, so confirmation. The Scorpion we're seeing, at least one of them is Kuai Liang. The other might be Hanzo. We'll see. Final act. Scorpion says, I promise a decision. I have one. You fought well against Havik. You also saved my life, but that is not all. I had no business judging you for believing Bihan's lies. I, too, was taking in. It is he and he alone who deserves my ire. You, however, deserve an invitation. Thank you, Grandmaster. So, that's the resolution at the end of my fanfiction that I definitely did not see or grab from any source code of any game dubbed Mortal Kombat Uno from the PC version at all. I wrote all this myself. So, that is a hypothetical expansion for Mortal Kombat Uno's story, and it is a lot to take in. I wouldn't say it's bad, but I was not expecting that at all. It took me for one hell of a ride. It reminds me a lot of like the MKX comics, which I don't mind. Seeing these characters was pretty dope. Tanya, the whole like battle in like this Coliseum or whatever, the capture of Geras, Sub-Zero being bad and being imprisoned at the end here, Johnny from World War II, a lot of things of note that I really like. So we'll see how much this changes, but yeah, that's all I got for y'all today. I love you. Thank you for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Sorry if I was all over the place, but I'm reading this at like 3 in the morning. Try my best here. Appreciate you guys always. Till next time, been your host from Dynasty. Guys, please take care, stay safe. I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Yeah. Stepping on it crack, but I'm not superstitious. Count all these racks, I be steady, counting my digits.